Do you struggle with anxiety and find that no matter what you do, your mind just won't switch off? In this video, I want to share a 5-step process that not only helps you manage anxiety, but understand where it comes from so lasting change becomes possible. It requires curiosity, asking questions, and learning about your own mind without judgment. As your understanding deepens, your relationship with fear also changes. Step 1 is to tune in to the sensation of anxiety in your mind and body without trying to fix it or think about it or judge yourself for feeling that way. Breathe in slowly to a count of 4 and breathe out even more slowly to a count of 6. Do this for as long as you can. Gradually you'll find your body begins to settle and the mind follows. Meeting a sensation like this without thinking can have a profound impact. Begin by imagining all your fears as the branches of a tree. Each fear is a different branch. For example, what do people think about me? Will I have enough money? What will my future be like? Now, most of us spend our lives fighting each individual fear. But what if all the fears were connected to the same trunk and the same roots? So instead of trying to solve each fear separately, we just took one fear and followed it all the way down to its roots. For example, what are people thinking about me? Step 2 is to question the story your mind is telling you about that particular fear. Is your fear real or imagined? Because your fear feels very real, all you're doing is looking at it more closely. For example, how many people are actually thinking about you? And of those that are, how many are thinking negatively? As you begin asking questions, something surprising happens. You might learn that most people are not thinking about you at all. They're busy worrying about themselves. And even if they do judge you, you can't control that. So part of your fear already begins to dissolve. Because instead of accepting the story your mind is telling you, you have begun questioning it. In step 3, the inquiry goes deeper down the branches of the tree and you ask yourself, am I fully aware of the different ways in which this fear is affecting my life? You may notice the constant loops of negative thinking, imagining the worst. Or the effect on your body, the tightness in your chest, the tension, or the racing pulse. Or you notice how it's changing your behavior. You become hyper alert around people. You scan conversations for signs of rejection, or you withdraw socially. You also notice how it affects your relationships. Because the mind that's consumed with trying to protect itself has less space to truly connect with others. And here's the key. You need to do all of this without judging yourself as good or bad. In step 4, the inquiry takes us deeper towards the trunk of the tree, and you begin observing the nature of fear itself. You learn that fear is always about something in the future, and right now you're okay. Or that our mind likes to exaggerate the likelihood of bad things happening and how we will feel when they do. You also learn that fear is linked to thought. When certain thoughts appear, fear appears. When those thoughts disappear or you distract yourself, fear disappears. And gradually a profound realization begins to emerge. That fear is not simply caused by the world outside you. Much of it is created by your own thinking and imagination. Not consciously or deliberately, but unconsciously. And because it's been unconscious, it's felt absolutely real. This is a profound insight. And instead of fighting every fear in your imagination, you start focusing on the mind where these fears begin. In step 5, we go to the roots of the tree and ask the deepest question of all. Who is the one who's afraid? Now you say, I am anxious. But who or what is this I that is anxious? Where can we find it? Is it always there? Is it there in deep sleep, for example, or only on waking? We're going to explore this question in another video. As your understanding deepens, many of your other fears begin to dissolve because you see the common root beneath them all. You realize that fear is not just created by the world around you, much of it is also created by our own mind, imagining threats and then trying to protect itself. And from this understanding, something new begins to emerge. A quieter mind, a lighter body, and a different relationship with fear. So it has its rightful place in our lives, but doesn't cause unnecessary anxiety. Now, this may sound simple and easy, but all change takes practice and patience, and the courage to look honestly at yourself. But it's really worth doing, because this deeper understanding can ease anxiety and bring long-term freedom. If you'd like some guided tools to explore these 5 steps more deeply, the HappierMe app has all the resources you need to understand anxiety and build a calmer relationship with your own mind.